Last Thursday, more than 200 families were separated during ICE raids in Oxnard, sparking outrage. Protesters and supporters faced assaults, with some reportedly detained unlawfully. And the protests continue tonight against what they call harmful and dehumanizing actions by the federal government. Let's go live to Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards in Oxnard tonight with more. Chelsea?
That's right. Well, this park was filled about 20 minutes ago. We've got several hundred demonstrators who are here. This is a peaceful demonstration. They've got music playing. There's lots of chanting, children involved, people holding signs. The point is to be peaceful as they demonstrate and they make their voices known. So they started here in this park. They then started marching up and down the street right next to it. We can't see them anymore, but I can still hear them in the background. They marched one direction and then came back this way. So we're assuming that they'll come back this way again at some point soon. But let's show you some video from when everybody was here in the park. We're at Camino del Sol Park here in Oxnard. Protesters showing their support for the immigrant community and also calling for an end to the recent ICE raids. They're also rallying to support the family of Jaime Alanis. He's the 57-year-old farm worker who died over the weekend after falling from a roof during a raid at a Camarillo greenhouse. Now, he is the first known person to die during one of the raids as part of the Trump administration's ongoing crackdown on immigration enforcement. Organizers say tonight's demonstration is meant to have a positive tone to it. Listen here.
And sometimes we find that to bring the community together, it requires a bit of joy. And even though our hearts are broken for Jaime and his family, we also want to show the community that they can come out with us and they're going to be safe with us here.
We've got to make our voice loud and clear out there that we're not happy with this. We're just not going to tolerate this anymore.
This is my roots. This is where I come from. This is what I have to do to support, because not everybody that's illegal is a criminal.
So again, peaceful demonstration. They're currently marching up and down Camino del Sol right next to the park here. They've gone back and forth, so might come back here. I've talked to organizers about how long they expect this to go. They say they're not sure. They're just going to kind of feel it out throughout the evening. But again, the goal is to be peaceful, to gather together as a community and to make their voices heard. Marla?
Do they plan to continue this throughout the weekend? And is there law enforcement on site just in case?
No law enforcement that we have seen. Organizers say they do have plans to do additional events, so they haven't released any specific details on when or where those are going to be, but they say there's lots in the works. You've got several different groups here, quite a few different groups actually, that kind of make up this coalition of organizers. So all of them working together to try to figure out a plan, but they say they want to make their presence known. You know, they really want to be out here in the community, making sure that people don't feel afraid, that they feel safe to come out, and have not seen any law enforcement. We've been here for several hours, haven't seen anybody here so far, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Well, it's good that it's peaceful then. Chelsea Edwards, live for us in Oxnard. Thank you so much. Attorneys for the Trump administration again are asking an appeals court to stay a federal judge's order halting immigration enforcement in Southern California. Today's move came after the federal judge rejected the government's request to pause the ruling, saying the government hadn't shown it would suffer any harm from the restraining order. The judge's order blocked broad immigration stops and arrests in 7 Southern California counties, including Los Angeles. It also addresses claims of racial profiling and denial of legal access. Trump administration attorneys argue the ruling is a, quote, straitjacket that prevents immigration laws from being enforced. New tonight, 10 Americans held in Venezuela are now free after a prisoner swap today. The U.S. let go of more than 250 Venezuelan migrants who had been detained in El Salvador. Venezuela reportedly used these migrants as bargaining chips, while the Trump administration claimed they had gang connections, but provided little proof. Families and rights groups called the deportations political. This exchange follows months of tense negotiations and legal battles over U.S. wartime detention powers.